Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether concepted or not. In the sincere salutation to all the arcing pushing this truth and believing this truth toward the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the art wealth who are listening and learning. If you sisters are listening and learning, coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification, Lord, will us be edifying. So this is part two. This is why 2/3 of our women gonna suffer. Lord, will us be edifying. Now I played the other clip from yesterday from this guy. His channel is called Please Act Right. And he do a lot of these TikTok, the TikTok videos that women be posting about whatever. Basically, it's about them losing, 2/3 women losing, and it ain't going according to this plan, dealing with men. His channel is Please Act Right. Yes, he got a lot of stuff on here, man. But anyway, and the elder brother now Kemp put me up on this. So I played the first clip, the other video, the chick talking about how she gonna lie on her baby daddy and this and that. If you watch the first video. So I want to play this. It's 16 minutes. And the point I was making in the lesson yesterday, this lesson as well, through speaking, talking trash about the men, dealing with the men of the Lord, because 2/3 of Jake, they just heathens, as I tell you in Matthew 18. But this is the standard when you read in Proverbs 11 and other precepts. It talks about the integrity, the standard of the Lord, the order. The Lord established integrity. And this is what these women are finding out. And even 2/3 men, the Lord got a different spirit on them too, man. So let's play this. And the Lord, Yahweh Shemawashah, has reactivated righteous women, just as he did the men, to return. So we are watching. See, these type of women is a 2/3. Now, of course, the Lord put the spirit on anyone, any Israelite woman or man or woman, to come to this truth. But as of right now, this would be considered 2/3 women speaking. Let's play this. The Lord has reactivated the hopeful elect, man. And this is, and what you hear, what you finna hear right here, this is not the speaking of a hopeful elect woman. Hopeful elect women that's been reactivated to the truth don't speak like this, man.
Like men who like know their worth. Like that's why I don't like men who like know their worth. Like I hate y'all. I hate men who know their worth. They be like, I don't gotta deal with girl shit. I know my worth. I got my shut the fuck up. 4 men was just like dinner and but now y'all wanna be like having real deep conversations and shit. Y'all wanna be like asking out what you do. Oh, I do. Trying to cut this off like, no, I don't got time for the drama or you toxic. I hate when it says to me, you toxic. So what's up? What you doing tomorrow? Who teaching you all that shit? For real, who teaching you all that shit?
Who teaching us what?
Y'all worth. I don't like that.
the women that Yahweh Shema Shah has reactivated would never talk this trash, man. Would never speak this arrogancy.
Well, to answer your question, young lady, older gentlemen like Kevin Samuels and men like myself are teaching men their worth. Hey, this is Raul of Please Act Right. And ever since men started knowing their worth, women started making videos calling men controlling and manipulative.
I don't really want women that make their own.
See, even this guy here, what he don't understand is it wasn't no damn Kevin Samuels, man. It was Yahweh Shema Shah. Niggas don't want to give the Lord the credit, man. This is the Lord turning things right side up for the hopeful elect. Remember, the Lord said he made the world for our sakes, for Israel overall. But 2/3, they got to die, man. So on the first go round, it's the hopeful elect, the unnumbered multitude, 144,000 men, and the unnumbered multitude, which is mostly women, men, and children.
Money, because then you can't control women. You guys don't want to be providers or protectors. You guys want to be controlling and manipulating.
Yes, we do want to provide. We just don't.
And I mentioned this in the video because this chick, just being me, said God didn't set up men to tell women who they are. Well, to give you in the law. In Genesis 3, the Lord say, thy husband, matter of fact, let me just read it. And see, this is the problem. And this is the point I want to make. And this is why judgment is coming to 2/3 of our women, man. Because of the order that the Lord gave. Esau told you can do something different, man. Real quick, this is Genesis 3:16. And I read this in that video I did, the lesson I did, when that slow belly Evite, whatever she, northern or southern kingdom, she's still an Evite. Talking about God didn't set up men to tell women who they are. Genesis 3:16, unto the woman he said, who, Yahweh, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, and sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. Do you know what the word desire mean? Let's look it up real quick. Let's see what desire means. Thy desire shall be to thy husband. Let's play it. You probably can't hear it because I don't got it on the screen. So it's a desire, longing, craving, right? It's a, in the original sense of stretching out after a longing, desire. So everything about your life is to your husband, man. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Now, I was making this point as well yesterday. The men that the Lord is raising up, it's not telling you women to go be demons, go worship the devil, which I'm going to read in 1 Timothy, because it tell you that some of our women have already ran after Satan, man, and chose his side, which I'm going to read later. We ain't telling you, you got to let us walk on your back. No, man. We talking about righteous men of Yahweh Shema Shah that's been set up to guide you righteously. We ain't telling you, yeah, oh, I can have 3-4 women. We all gonna sleep together. No, that's off. That's out of order. We telling you, thus saith the Lord, man. That's why the apostle always say, America has westernized our women to the point where they would not return. When you tell them, listen, you know how good it is if it be one of me and 2 of you in the same house, and we got kids that don't got to go to school. Somebody could be here to school them. All 3 of us don't got to bust our ass to work hard because it's different incomes coming in the house. But women like, you got me, hell no, you got me messed up. I ain't finna be, hell no. Me, you, and another woman, hell no. Do you know in the kingdom of heaven, that's how it's going to be? And tell you in Judges 5:11, we are rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord. So if I say, you, and you, let's go. We finna get us a house, whatever. you should be okay. Sarah called Abraham Lord, man. Hey, in the kingdom, that's what you're gonna be doing, man. This is us rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord. Hell no, you got me messed up. I ain't finna be in the house with another woman. Okay, well, the Lord and all the women out here, all the brothers that got women, and the women that's coming in before Jacob's trouble, if you ain't willing, the Lord gonna move you out the way and bring them in. Watch how it play out. Watch the Lord work. You don't want to humble down, the Lord's gonna move you out the way. Whoever this woman is, with brothers got, and she ain't willing to accept another woman, it's gonna be multiple women. It ain't gonna be just be one, it's just gonna be multiple women. This is before Jacob's trouble. The women got to go into the chariots too. When the elect get beaten up into the chariots, the women got to go up too. That's how the 2/3 that down this side get to come back in the kingdom as babies. They got to be reborn through those that get salvation. 144,000 men. There's 14 women to every man right now. Ain't gonna be no one woman to these 144,000 men. It's gonna be multiple. It'll take forever to bring back the nation of Israel in the kingdom if every man had one woman. The Lord ain't designed it like that, man. We are rehearsing that on this side, so you should be getting in order on this side. And even less than that, you women don't even want to wear dresses. The Lord telling you, hey, you are obligated to wear dresses daily. Your job. Listen, I was telling the brother this. It's a Levite sister at the plantation. All she wear is damn dresses. And I waited for a while and I asked her the other day. Last week I said, and her hair, which you don't got to, but every day her head is wrapped. She's a Levite, older sister. I asked her yesterday, she's 55 years old. I said, hey, why you wear dresses all the time and keep your hair wrapped? You know what she told me? Because it's in the Bible. The Lord said that's what women's supposed to do. That's all I need to hear. She wear dresses, and none of her, she always wear these black leggings because she a cook. Every day of the week, she wear dresses and her head be wrapped, man. Every day. She 55, man. And I want to tell her, listen, you know, which I did tell her that Moses was a Levite and that she was a Hebrew Israelite. And I asked her, has she ever heard of it? She was like, no. Nah. But she said, I said, you know, the one that came out of Egypt with Moses, 12 tribes of Israel, Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indians, Haitians. And I explained to her that Moses was a so-called Haitian. And like her eyes lit up, man. I said, listen. Now, I didn't go into it, but I want to say the reason you wearing dress in your head wrap, because, hey, Levi means joined to the Lord, man. Every day, man. She wear dresses every day. Dresses, man. And she said, you know what she told me? She said, and I don't wear nothing. And she was pointing her shirt, right? And she was showing like her cleavage area. She was like, I don't wear nothing. I said, to show your bosom. She was like, yeah. She said, that's just for my husband at home. I couldn't say, all I said to myself was, call out, yeah, about your shot, man. Old Levite, man. And there's other Levites that work there too. They in the dish room. They listen. It's the same thing with Levi, man. Anyway, just that, wearing dresses, man. We are rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, man. Either you're going to get in order with thus saith the Lord. This ain't us telling you, hey, we talk about the men that the Lord raised up. John 6:44, Yahushua said, I will raise them up in the last days. I was reading Jeremiah 9, which is one of my favorite precepts, dealing with women that the Lord has reactivated just like the men. And they're going to be in order, man. Let's let this play. You either going to get in order or the Lord going to kill you, man. You're going to die a grievous death, man.
Want to provide the nonsense that you're asking for. And as far as being protectors, how can a man protect a woman who won't listen?
Quite frankly, I think that was a delusional statement because there is not a man in this world that goes to work and leaves out at 5 o'clock in the morning with whatever he does to go and pick up trash cans for $22 an hour for 16 hours a day to come home with his paycheck to say, I'm going to control this. There is not a man, there is not a soldier that goes and gets deployed to Iraq to get shot at and IED'd bomb for 15
Hey, and
months.
when you got righteous women, you don't got to come home and say, I'm going to listen. A righteous woman, I'm talking about a woman that the Lord has reactivated, and they are watching the lessons. They get to read and see how the Lord really is. The man of the Lord, they going to get on point. You listen, you don't got to tell a righteous woman nothing. I ain't going to say righteous. Those that's seeking Yahweh Shema Shah in diligence, in sincereness. You don't got to tell them nothing. They already know. They know. And you don't got to wear no damn head wrap every day, every time you leave out the house. That's your custom. But we are rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord. You don't got to tell them. Oh, you know what it's going to be. They already know the dietary law. They already know they're supposed to wear dresses. They already know. If it's kids, a woman and a man got kids, the man in the truth, she following the truth. She know the minute dinner get fixed, he get his plate first, then the kids, then her. That's the order. You don't got to tell a righteous woman nothing that's seeking the truth, man. They already know. And what he's saying, this is a slow-bellied nigga in the world, man. They don't understand the mind of the Lord.
Out of the time to risk his life for his country just so he can come back home and control this.
See, this nigga said risk his life for the country. Listen, a man of the Lord don't give a damn of risking his life for the country. This is about the nation of Israel, man. The remnant on this side, but Israel as a whole, man. This is about reestablishing order. This ain't about you getting a crown, talking to the men. This ain't about you having multiple women. This ain't about the perks, land, children. This is about righteousness, order, integrity, a standard.
Men have standards, and we've woken up to the bull. The fact of the matter is, I don't want you to be a hoe. Okay. If you want me to protect and provide, because quite frankly, you would not even give me, you wouldn't even look my way if I couldn't. I should be able to have some standards of you. So if that means that you ain't popping and stripping and showing your titties to everybody in the world, I should not be wrong for not wanting you to be a hoe.
And I went into a Sirach 42 yesterday, 9 through 13. It said a father loses sleep because of his daughter. Because once they hit 13 and 14, boy, that box is hot. Once they get that period, they ready to give it up. So you're supposed to always watch. And if every woman on the planet, I mentioned it yesterday, if we was all righteous, it wouldn't be no women that's out here being harlots, man. It wouldn't be that way. But this is how the Lord set it up. The point I'm making is every man that have daughters supposed to watch over them and make sure they grew up righteously. That's why our women is out of order. Why? Because the men is not in order, man.
You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not controlling you. I have standards for you. Now, when you tell me that, hey, I would not date a nigga that worked at McDonald's making minimum wage because he can't show me nothing or can't be nothing for me. I respect it. That's your standard. Mm-hmm. But here I come and say, hey, I would not want a woman that is going to broadcast her body that I have worked extremely.
And I got to make these points. You heard what he said. She said she will not dealing with any woman. She would not work with a man. She would not be with a man that work at McDonald's. Right? Why? Because she done been with another man that got a better job. A woman's supposed to only know one man. That's the point I'm making. Period. If you remember this man, since your family, your father married you all to this other father's daughter, you only know that man your whole life. Hey, whatever his lot is, whatever his inheritance is, that's it. But because of the curses, and on top of that, which is part of the curses, the Lord set up Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to give our women liberty to get abroad. So they got options. In the ancient time, there wasn't any options. That's why these niggas that's crying about the whole snatching a woman up. Listen, the Lord gave a law on that. If you snatched up a woman and took her, went into her, she your wife forever. You can't get rid of her. If she was a virgin, you can't get rid of her. So it wasn't no men in the ancient time just walking around snatching up women, trying to have sex with them just to get some box like today. No, that was your wife forever. You can't get rid of her, man. That's what these dumbass niggas don't understand the law, man. When it come to that, you ain't just walk around here, meet a chick on what's these shits? Uh uh what's the apps? You got Tinder, what is BLK, Black People Meet. These apps, you ain't just meet up, hook up, chill, out to eat, bang, then y'all just you want the next chick, no, man. There's a law set in place. If you had sex with a woman that was a virgin, she was your wife forever. You can't get rid of her. And on top of that, the apostles always say, the scriptures say it's not expedient to be running around here with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women. Do you got the money to take care of them? Because otherwise, you just having sex. And as Elder Malcolm always say, we should not be trying to make our women whores, man. Even though they're already that when you meet them, they already had multiple men. But us being righteous, we ain't trying to sleep with a woman just to get some box and you making her a whore. This is about righteousness, man.
Extremely hard for to have access to the freaking world. I'm wrong then. So you can have standards, but I can't.
And that's what's happening now. Men are holding women to a standard, just like women hold men to a standard. But they want to call it controlling by using the word narcissist. The reality is, they just can't stand for a man to know his worth. A man who knows his worth will never put up with her nonsense. And I'm going to prove it in this video.
Hey, and he said men are holding women to a standard. No. Yahweh Shema Shai is holding our women to a standard, man. Just as Yahweh Shema Shai holding the men to a standard. You women tell me, oh, no, you said no. Thus saith the Lord, you demon. The Lord told you to wear dresses. The Lord gave you an order not to wear pants. I ain't tell you this. I'm just reading you, thus saith the Lord. That's the problem. And that makes you an antichrist, a hypocrite, and an evildoer. Oh, the law done away with. That's in the Old Testament. The Lord said, the Messiah said in Matthew 15, 17 through 19. The Messiah said in Luke 16 and 17, earth and heaven will pass away, but my words endure forever, man. Somebody lying. Either the Lord or your ass. In 1 Timothy 4, Christians love to read verse 4, for every creature of God is good, and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. Verse 5 say, for it is sanctified by the word of God and prayer. What sanctified mean? Set apart. So when you go to Leviticus 20 and 25, when the Lord say, he say, you shall put a difference between clean and unclean, beasts, fowls, and I have separated them from you, have severed you. Same thing is saying in 1 Timothy 4 and 5. It's in Leviticus 20 and 25. The words of the Lord is forever. The Lord said in Luke 16 and 17, heaven and earth will pass away, but his law, his words, not one jot or one tittle of the law shall fail, man. That's why we are rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, man.
This is to all of my strong women out there. If you're going through a breakup and a lot of people are telling you he just couldn't handle a strong woman, he couldn't handle a strong woman, it's probably fucking true. And the reason I'm saying this is from personal experience, right? I went through something that a lot of people were telling me he couldn't handle me because I was such a strong woman, right? But at the end of the day, I sat with myself and I said, you know what? It's the weak men. It's the weak men that can't handle strong women, because the strong men out there that are strong know what they want. They know their values, just like us strong women. We know what we want and we know our values. It's the weak men.
You notice they keep dating, breaking up with, and complaining about these so-called weak men that can't handle them, but they never show a video of them with a strong man that they claim can handle them.
That can't handle us. And it's the weak men that can't handle us because
there's cheaper and more effective ways than Botox and microneedling to help turn back time. Anti-aging pros agree. There's some impressive science behind supplements to support your skin. For instance, one of the best ways to ensure your skin stays healthy looking and youthful as possible has everything to do with your collagen production. That's why I highly recommend taking and using collagen for your everyday regimen. The brand I use comes with 10 grams per serving of supercharged collagen to support skin health, and it's super easy to blend with your favorite drink of choice. This shopper's favorite provides 5 clinically important types of collagen to help improve skin elasticity, hydration, and youthful glow. That's why I believe results are 100% worth the investment. The best part is, if you order collagen today using my link, you'll get 53% off, plus receive several free gifts with your order, including free shipping, free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life, a free new e-report titled The 14 Foods for Amazing Skin, and a 60-day money-back guarantee. What's more is that a portion of the order goes towards helping hungry children in need through the partnership with NoHungryKids.org. Go to healthactright.com. That's healthactright.com, or click on the link in the description.
That can't handle us, and it's the weak men that can't handle us because you know what? We hold them accountable for their actions. We hold them accountable on the boundaries that we have for ourselves.
And I'll give you that, but here's the problem: he can't tell you anything. He can't hold you accountable.
We hold them accountable for the standards that we have for ourselves. And we probably wanted to grow with these weak men, but they didn't want to level up.
Level up meaning make more money so you can buy her more of the overpriced crap that she wants.
So at the end of the day, it's the strong men that will level up with you. The strong men will make you feel protected and they will make you feel loved. But the weak men will always challenge you. They're always trying to compete against you. They're always vengeful and they're always spiteful. So at the end of the day, keep being strong because the strong man's going to come to you.
Yeah, okay. How about you get back to us once you get that strong man that y'all keep talking about? Then we'll believe what you're saying. In the meantime, you're just like the rest of them. You're just flapping your gums while single.
Hey, what's your biggest red flags?
I hate a man who know they work because that just is aggravating. But I'm gonna stop there. So
a woman can know her value plus add tax. A man, if he knows his own value, people always trying to humble him.
When a man says,
hey, why is the Lord got these women saying this? This wasn't out 10, 20 years ago. Why? We're so close to the end of getting out of here. Man, why is these women saying, I hate a man that know his worth? Hey, 2/3. Hey, the 2/3 is way more than the 1/3, man. The Lord is putting that standard, the Salakia, that standard of Yahweh Shema Shai is in the earth, man. It's here. And men ain't going, even 2/3 men. How much more the hopeful elect men, man? Those that's in this truth, that's diligently, man, studying to show their self-approved to Yahweh Shema Shai. When you read that, it say, study to show thyself approved unto God. This is what we doing. We are focused on Yahweh Shema Shai. We are studying to approve ourselves to the Lord, Lord willing that we be found worthy to be one of those men, as it says in Isaiah 32, that shall be a covering for these women. Lord willing, man. Why does Yahweh Shema Shai got these women saying this about they hate a man that know their worth? Because this is the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai on earth, man. You women gonna find out that man that you dissed, he was one of them. He was one, he is, he shall be, will be one of them, man. And they are finding out. Obviously, they've been getting a bad message. I hate a man that know this worth. Why would they say that? A real woman of the Lord love a man that knows his worth. And I ain't talking about some slow-bellied nigga that work all week, take his family out to eat, go to church on Sunday. Because these women love a simp, slow-bellied, feeble, frail nigga that go to church on Sunday. Because they can control that nigga. A real man of the Lord, it's a wrap. You either going to fall in line with thus saith the Lord, or you're going to fall out.
that you are aggressive, understand the only reason why you are aggressive around that man is because he's weak. He's not a real man.
Exactly.
He's not confident. He doesn't have a plan. He don't have a future. So of course you're going to be aggressive around him because he's not a leader.
And here's more proof of the immaturity in these women. If he's not a leader, then why don't you just cut ties with him and move on? Why are you sticking around and being aggressive with him? If I met a woman and we show interest in each other and I see she's not the right woman for me, I don't disrupt her life. I just tell her why I feel that she's not a good fit for me and I move on, because that's what adults do.
You got to lead your own way. What's the point of being with him if you have to still be your own leader?
See, real men, they have a plan. They are leaders.
And here's another woman talking about what real men are about. But clearly, real men aren't dating her.
They have a future. They know where they are going. So you won't even be aggressive around a real man.
You got that right, because as soon as you start that mess, he's going to get rid of your behind.
You will literally be resting. You will be relaxed. But with a weak man, you will always be stressed, always wondering what you got to do, what I got to do next, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, because you're not with a leader. He's insecure and he wants to control you because he sees that you could be with somebody else. He see that.
She's referring to the other guy who wants to sleep with her, but she actually thinks he wants to be in a relationship with her.
So now he wants to say you're controlling, you're aggressive, No, you're just pathetic and insecure. That's all.
And what does that say about you making a video admitting that you stayed with a so-called weak man? When he finally respects himself with a little razzle-dazzle of worth and he leaves you alone for real.
I'm gonna make some people mad with this one because women all of a sudden cannot manipulate, gaslight, twist, play games or whatever with a man when he knows his worth and has his shit together. It's not even that he's a narcissist, because a lot of women want a man that has his shit together. A lot of women want a man who is successful, but the ones that don't are the ones that want to play games and gaslight men because they find it amusing.
See,
That's why I don't like men who like know that words. Like, I hate y'all.
When he could be potential problems, he's gonna walk away because he doesn't want to waste his time. So the reason why women, the toxic women, claim that a man is a narcissist when he has his shit together is because they can't manipulate him the way that they would want to. So instead, what they're going to do is they're going to gaslight you, thinking that you're the problem, when in reality, stay strong in these streets.
Thank you, young lady, for expressing my point. And here's another woman proving my point that these women making these videos can't stand it when
It's literally like the most like humbling experience ever, because he will literally cut your ass off. Like, he'll let you slide on a couple of crazy things, but like that final one, your ass is cut. And that shit is so heartbreaking because it's like, always come back. So just make sure your next time you don't act crazy.
stuff together and you refuse to do it, it's a wrap. Men of say, I can do bad all by myself.
If a man is saying to you, you're difficult,
You again,
you're doing it right,
you are if you want to.
but not you.
Her and the sprinkle lady are doing an outstanding job. And helping single women.
Or low for him, or he's going to have to do
Salakia, these bastards messing with my shit, man. Hold on. Hold on, bear with me here. You saw messing with my damn. You saw messing with my thing, man. Hold on. Salakia. I don't know where it left off at. So what I'm gonna do is go back. Hold on. Hold on here. These be messing with me, man. I don't know why. You say we ain't talking about the elites and none of that. Esau love messing with me. Let's go back. I'm going back right here.
In the meantime, you're just like the rest of them. You're just flapping your gums while single.
Hey, what's your biggest red flags?
I hate a man who know they work because that just is aggravating. But I'm gonna stop there. So
A woman can know her value plus add tax. A man, if he knows his own value, people always trying to humble him.
When a man says that you are aggressive, understand the only reason why you are aggressive around that man is because he's weak. He's not a real man. He's not confident. He doesn't have a plan. He don't have a future. So of course you're going to be aggressive around him because he's not a leader.
And here's more proof of the immaturity in these women. If he's not a leader, then why don't you just cut ties with him and move on? Why are you sticking around and being aggressive with him? If I met a woman and we show interest in each other and I see she's not the right woman for me, I don't disrupt her life. I just tell her why I feel that she's not a good fit for me and I move on, because that's.
And see, these women, they talking about a man that know his worth, that's successful. That's what I was going to say. Men of Yahweh Shema Shah is successful in the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. That's it. This is about the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. Anything outside of this is garbage, man. It's trash. So real men of Yahweh Shema Shah is doing the will of the Lord, not their own. So these women look to, because a lot of guys talking about they ain't going for any type of chicks. But we talking about men of the Lord, man. But I'm just showing you through what I'm gonna read it again in 1 Samuel 2 and 3. This is what's going to get these women destroyed, man. Simply not knowing who they speaking against, because they speaking against Yahweh Shema Shah. This is 1 Samuel 2 and 3. It reads, "Talk no more so exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For Yahweh is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed." So you are striving against your maker, as it tell you in Isaiah 45 and 9.
That's what adults do.
You got to lead your own way. What's the point of being with him if you have to still be your own leader? See, real men, they have a plan. They are leaders.
And here's another woman talking about what real men are about. But clearly, real men aren't dating her.
They have a future. They know where they are going. So you won't even be aggressive around a real man.
You got that right, because as soon as you start that mess, he's going to get rid of your behind.
You will literally be resting. You will be relaxed. But with a weak man, you will always be stressed, always wondering what you got to do, what I got to do next, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, because you're not with a leader. He's insecure and he wants to control you because he sees that you could be with somebody else. He see that.
She's referring to the other guy who wants to sleep with her, but she actually thinks he wants to be in a relationship with her.
So now he wants to say, you're controlling, you're aggressive, No, You're just pathetic and insecure. That's all.
And what does that say about you making a video admitting that you stayed with a so-called weak man? When he finally respects himself with a little razzle-dazzle of worth and he leaves you alone for real.
I'm gonna make some people mad with this one because women all of a sudden cannot manipulate, gaslight, twist, play games or whatever with a man when he knows his worth and has his shit together. It's not even that he's a narcissist, because a lot of women want a man that has his shit together. A lot of women want a man who is successful, but the ones that don't are the ones that want to play games and gaslight men because they find it amusing.
That's why I don't like men who like know their worth. Like, I hate y'all.
When you have a man that knows his worth, he's not going to play games. And the moment he sees red flags or signs that could be potential problems, he's going to walk away because he doesn't want to waste his time. So the reason why women, the toxic women, claim that a man is a narcissist when he has his shit together is because they can't manipulate him the way that they would want to. So instead, what they're going to do is they're going to gaslight you, thinking that you're the problem, when in reality, it's actually a good thing that you have the confidence and you've got your shit together. Y'all stay strong in these streets.
Thank you, young lady, for expressing my point. And here's another woman proving my point that these women making these videos can't stand it when a man knows his worth.
As a woman, dealing with a man who knows his worth is literally like the most like humbling experience ever, because he will literally cut your ass off. Like, he'll let you slide on a couple of crazy things, but like that final one, your ass is cut. And that shit is so heartbreaking, because it's like when a nigga mess up, you're like, boy, you will never hit this again. But when you mess up and you really got to accept the fact that you messed up and that you will never hit that again, that is very humbling, okay? It's very heartbreaking. It's something very hard to come to terms with. Like, but yeah, I messed that up? Oh, no. The accountability really starts to kick in, and it feels a lot like shame. But they always come back, so just make sure next time you don't act crazy, okay?
No, we don't always come back. Once we told you 3 times to get your
That's
stuff
that
together and
bullshit.
you refuse to do it, it's a wrap. Men of value, you're not coming into our lives with a shenanigan. Like the women say, I can do bad all by myself.
If a man is saying to you, you're difficult
You again.
and hard to please, good. You're doing it right, baby. You're doing it right.
You are if you want to stay single.
He's not used to women having high standards and being difficult. He is used to women doing whatever he says, but not you.
Her and this sprinkle lady are doing an outstanding job at helping single women remain single.
He met the right one now. Good. He's either going to disappear and find someone else that will set the standards low for him, or he's going to have to deal with it and just be on your level, period.
Or he can stack his cash and go elsewhere and deal with women who have no intentions of being difficult or doing this unnecessarily challenging nonsense that you women speak of.
See, that's the hopeful women that's being reactivated to the truth. That's going to know, thus saith the Lord, man. Period.
Why I tell you guys to check these women's social media pages if you decide to date them. If she's talking like this, run for the hills.
So be difficult. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not getting his way. And that's just too bad.
So should we tell
This demon said, be difficult. Okay. No, she going to be one of them in Jacob's trouble.
her and women like her that they're not the only women on this earth? Or should we just let them figure it out on their own? Yeah, let's just let them figure it out on their own. These are the women who claim they don't want us. And the worst thing that you can do is waste your time with them. Dealing with women like this comes with nothing but regret. I've been there before, and here's the Godfather admitting he's been there before too.
One of the worst things we can do as men is to be with women who don't want us. I've been in that position too. I have simped. I have done stuff. I've been in the friend zone. I've done all that kind of stuff. And I will tell you, gentlemen, don't do it. Over.
And that's the point I'm trying to make in this video. If you listen to the majority of these today's modern day type women, they have no clue of what a true loving relationship is about. They think it's all about them. And the minute it's not about them, then they turn on a man and call us misogynist, weak, controlling, manipulative, and narcissist. If you try to follow these type of women's programs, I promise you it won't end up well for you. Get your money up, Improve on yourself as a man and find a woman who will get on your program. Your program should be based on simple logic and how moving forward can benefit the both of you. The more
Hey, and that's what the Lord's saying. This ain't about being super deep. It's a simple logic, man. The will of the Lord. That's all it is. And the Lord has reactivated women to think like this. They out there watching, being humble, waiting patiently. We don't need these 2/3 bug-out Evite demons, man.
you learn from us older guys with more experience, the more they're going to make these negative videos with name calling and shaming.
That's why they hate these channels. They hate the channels where we start telling men, no. If you have made yourself in the top 20%, top 10% of men, the rules are different for you.
And he's absolutely right. Pretty soon, this is what you're going to hear men saying they're only willing to do with a woman here in the Matrix.
So you just gonna pay for the rest of your life?
I'm paying the whole. Yeah, because relationships do not work for me.
I just can't understand why you saying this
I
morning.
won't be heartbroken, no feelings, hurt, none of that. I paid the whole. After I paid the whole, get what I want, they go their way, I go my way. I'm paying that the whole for him.
Men's, do y'all agree with him?
Hell yeah, they agree. Hell yeah, they agree.
I'ma
I
see.
hope the married ones don't, though.
And that's what it's coming to. Men who stay in this country are just going to want to pay for the peace leave and move on. And don't believe for a second that there aren't women out there who'll be cool with it, because she is.
So I told someone I was dating to have consistent sex. I'm not dating for marriage or for anything. I'm truly dating to have consistent sex. That's it. Like, and I'm very open about that. Like I say it all the time. Like, I don't want to catch feelings. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Like, let's just, and then I'll call you, and then you can call me if I'm free. Okay. If you're free, okay. Like, I mean, we could go to like dinner or something, but I just want to have consistent sex. And I'm the type of person I can have sex without catching feelings. I can have sex and then not hear from you for days. That's perfectly fine with me. Like, I can do that. And I know other people can't, but yeah, like, I'm not dating for a purpose. I'm dating to fuck. Nothing more, nothing less. Like,
So there's proof that there are women out there that are willing to give it up with no relationship. Hell, she didn't even say you had to pay for it. Now we know how it's going to end up for her, though. She's saying she's not going to catch feelings. But if she has consistent relationships with the same guy, eventually she will. And the minute she expresses it to him, he's probably going to say, I thought this was just a hookup. And she's more than likely going to lose her mind. Also, I hope she's not saying she's going to get with different guys, because if she keeps hooking up with different guys, the looseness will be unreal in her brain and in her.
Transgender. It's made very, very cool through the media.
So the next time you see these women making a video talking about the man was a narcissist, controlling, and manipulative, stop and think for a second. You haven't heard his side of the story. Chances are he wanted better for her, but she wanted to do what single women do. Blow money on overpriced nonsense, wear provocative clothing, and flirt with any man she wants to.
And that's it, man. We just want better for our nation, man. This is what we have been reactivated to. Our customs, our lineage, our inheritance, our heritage, and our inheritance, which is the land of Israel. This is what we've been reactivated to, man. We trying to tell you, thus saith the Lord. This ain't us speaking. It's the words of the Lord, man. Either you believe the words of Yahweh Shema Mashah, you don't. And if you don't, you're just a hypocrite. You're an antichrist. You're antichrists, which are many. 1 John 2 and 18. 1 John 4, 1 through 3. You are antichrists, man. And it's supposed to be that way. It'll tell you in that 2 Corinthians 11:19 that it's supposed to be heresies among us, man. 2/3 is going to stay westernized. The Hophelect women is going to return. Let me get this in 2 Corinthians 11 and 19. Salakia, 1 Corinthians 11:19. It's supposed to be this way. It reads, "For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you." And it says in 2 Timothy 2:15, "Study to show thyself approved unto power, unto God, Yahweh Shema Shah." Let's read that. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And this is what we're telling you. The Lord has reactivated us to our standards. And as the men have to be held to a standard, our women also. Period.
Time to level up, fellas, and know your worth, especially if you have no children.
Gentlemen, understand something. If you are a single man with no children and you are earning $75,000 or more, you are now platinum. Shout out to platinum. If you're making 6 figures or
You don't
more,
gotta be
you are
making
now
no damn
diamond level.
75,000 either. You ain't gotta make no 75,000. Hey, the will of the Lord, man. Just being in the council of Yahweh Shema Shah right now. As it tell you in Psalm 65:4, blessed is the man who have entered. Let me read that, man. See, that's why that nigga in the spiritual realm right now, man. That's why his ass in the spiritual realm right now. Dumbass nigga, man. Talking about the Godfather. That nigga ain't the Godfather. Nothing. Psalm 65:4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest. The Lord ain't choose Kevin Samuels. He put a spirit on him to give men, these 2/3 niggas out here, some type of standard. The Lord did that. Nigga talking about Kevin Samuels. These niggas, the Lord put that spirit in them, man. And 2/3 niggas out there, 2/3 men of so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. The Lord got them on the standard. That's showing you the power of the Lord, man. That's the power of Yahweh, magnifying his name in the earth, man. His power by turning things right side up, man. Even in 2/3. Look around. 2/3 doing better than these low-level Edomites. The Edomite that you go to the grocery store with every day, that you work with, you doing better than them Edomites. That's the Lord magnifying his name in the earth, man. His glory, his power. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee. The Lord ain't called Captain Samuel to approach unto him, that he may dwell in thy courts. The standard of Yahweh Shema Shah, the integrity of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah is his will. So if you're making 25,000 a year, man, if Yahweh Shema Shah dealing with you, you don't need no damn 75,000, 6 figures. These niggas is crazy.
If you're making 55,000 to 60,000, you are gold. You are far more valuable than you have ever been. And here's
now remember, Salakia, I done moved the channel. I done, hold on, let me pull it back up. Cause this nigga said if you if you making 55,000 to 60,000, 50,000, 60,000, you are gold, nigga. The Lord said the sons of Zion are more precious than fine gold. Dumbass nigga. That's why that nigga in the spiritual realm right now. Let me pull it back up. Hold on. I got too excited and exit out the video. Let's go back. Salakia, bear with me here. One second here. Infomercial popped up. See, this is the problem. These people don't know the mind of the Lord, man. A bunch of madness. Got too excited. Hold on. I got to go back to the point where we was at. Damn it. Salakia, man. Let's go back to it. Hold on. Pull it back up. Right. Bro says 75 is nothing, man. 100,000. None of that. The Lord don't care about none of that, man. Let's play this again. Salakia.
Understand something. If you are a single man with no children and you are earning $75,000 or more, you are now platinum. Shout out to platinum. If you're making 6 figures or more, you are now diamond level. If you're making 55,000 to 60,000, you are gold. You are far more valuable than you have ever been. And here's the trick. You guys don't know how valuable you are. And that is why so many of my critics and detractors are angry at me, because I am waking men up to their true value.
And the more men who learn their value, the more of these type of women in this video are going to end up with a life just like this.
Can you please give her back her favorite ball, Phil Cartel? That is really her favorite ball.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey! Hey! Cut that shit out! What the hell wrong with y'all? Go to bed. Everybody, go to bed right now. Go to bed. Good night. Everybody go to bed. Y'all done lost y'all damn mind. Go to bed. The hell wrong? Ooh, I didn't raise y'all like that. Go get your ass in the bed. Go. Ooh.
Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video.
So, in Lamentations, because Kevin Samuel's whack ass. Let me get this. That nigga said, if you make 75, you platinum. If you make 55, you gold. You dumbass nigga. That's why the Lord killed that nigga, man. That nigga there, that's a real simp nigga, man. Lamentation. And if you don't like how I'm talking, you don't gotta watch the videos. Lamentations 4 and 1. Read this. Then I'm finna get these couple precepts on these women that, because of that proud speech, the Lord gonna kill you, man. Lamentations 4 and 1. How was the gold become dim? How was the most fine gold changed? Platinum ain't nothing, man. Diamonds ain't nothing, man. When you read about in Tobit and you read in Revelation, when it said the kingdom, the kingdom of heaven gonna be built around stones, emeralds, sapphires, rubies. Don't mention no damn diamond, man. Emeralds, gemstones, rubies, sapphires, fine gold is way more precious than damn platinum. That dumbass nigga. How is gold? How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? Who is the fine gold? Who? The stones of the sanctuary, which is now the tabernacle of David being rebuilt. Because it tell you in our songs, the Lord say he had scattered these stones. It said the stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. Every street. So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Who, Lord? The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed? As earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter. Yahweh did it. Now, because of that arrogant speech, you're going to have to pay for that. Let's get this in Isaiah. You're going to have to pay for that. Each and every one of you women that's talking trash about the men of the Lord, you're going to have to pay for that, man. The Lord said every idle word, you got to pay for that. So like you spell Isaiah wrong. Bear with me here. So this is Isaiah 3 and 16. And this is what's coming. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Wanton eyes mean undisciplined. The women pass us all the time with their men and they be looking at us. That's wanton eyes. Walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. They got the bracelets on, they got the high heels, making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. We're going to find out the secret parts here soon. In that day, in this chapter I'm talking about, in that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of the tinkling ornaments about the feet. That's the bracelets on your ankles, and their calls and their round ties like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets. What's going on right now today? You see the demon dumbass Evites all in the dollar store, Walmart, deep with bonnets on, man. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewelry, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the whiplings and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink. This time out in Jacob's trouble. And instead of a girdle rent, instead of nice shape, you're gonna be out of shape, bloated, most of women. And instead of well set hair, baldness. That's why they're wearing weave now. The weave industry is $1 billion industry. And instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth. You're gonna have on hand-me-downs. That's why I said in Isaiah 4:1, we will wear our own apparel. The Lord gonna take away all that good, them nice changeable suits of apparels. And instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. And this is the kicker. Thy men shall fall by the sword. This talking about these 2/3 women. This is 2/3 women gonna happen right here. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. The Lord said that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink. Because it said right here in Isaiah 3 and 17, the Lord said, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. What's the woman's secret parts? That box. What? And instead of a stomach, a girdle of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. That it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink. Picture yourself running around with your period on, and you can't wash up. 2/3 women out there. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. These are them weak niggas. Them go to church every Sunday niggas. Them niggas that work all 5 days a week. Saturday, taking wife out, the kids out, they going out. Sunday they at the harlot house. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. 2/3 slow belly, Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, and Haitian men. And her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And you're gonna be getting snatched up, just like that girl in Training Day. You ever saw Training Day? If you haven't, go watch it. When those 2 homeless guys was finna take that box, and those boys saw them in the alley, and they double back. Yeah. You want to tell you women, boy. You want to go from, we want to hop on, as Elder Malcolm always say, one cock carousel to another. Guess what? It's gonna be many cock carousels on you at once. That's how you like it, right? One at a time. You like a multiple, because you like them paying for this bill, that bill, this bill, and that bill. Guess what? They're gonna all be on you at the same time in Jacob's trouble. Don't worry, just wait for it. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. What does this mean? Don't need no man.
I'm making 100,000 a year. 75. I got my own car. I don't need no man. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. And it's been happening. It's been happening, but it's gonna multiply in Jacob's trouble. I did a lesson on these old women in Atlanta. They had to get out the apartments. They tell them, where we gonna go? We ain't did nothing. Yes, you did. You ain't seek your how about Shema Shah. Because of camp in Atlanta. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail. If you look up vintage, it means the place where the money is being made. Let's look it up. It's where grapes is grown, olive yards, crops. So let me show it to you. Vintage, it don't give you much. The grape crop. Okay? So it's just like you got food processing plants, like in Mississippi, the top place to go work at in the county I'm from. You got the catfish factory, or you got the chicken. You got Choctaw. It used to be called Choctaw Maid, but then Tyson bought it over in Mississippi. It used to be called Choctaw Maid, which is a damn Gadite, which is a Hebrew name for Gadites. Anyway, it was called Choctaw Maid, but then Tyson bought it. So you got in Mississippi right now, in my county, you close to the catfish plants, Tyson chicken, or they working at Nissan. Nissan got a plant in the county where I'm from. That's the jobs up there. Or you got to find a local job at ain't no Family Dollar. It's a damn Fred's. It's a dollar store called Fred's. Then they got a dollar store. What they got? The Family Dollar. And in my little county in Mississippi, it's only one grocery store. The population 20,000 people. Listen, the vintage. That's why it's all called plantations. I don't give a damn. You working for a Fortune 500 company. It is a plantation. You making candlesticks? It's a plantation. You work at the Cheesecake Factory. You working at Outback. You working at Ruth Chris. It's a damn plantation, man. It say, many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage, this is the workplace, shall fail. Remember to say, the grinding shall cease. The gathering, which is what? Your monies from the vintage, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come in. Let's look at this word gathering right here. Your job is going to be gone. All you women talk about, I'm making 500,000. I don't need no man. I make 100,000. I'm making 50,000. I don't need no man. Your vintage is going to be gone. And the gathering, what's the gathering? A collection of fruits. Gathering the monies, gathering, collection, harvest. This is the money. This is what you making from the vintage. It's going to all be gone. You ain't going to have nothing. Therefore, verse 12, verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. What the Lord say he's going to do in Isaiah 3? He's going to put sackcloth on you. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. That's what's in Isaiah 4:1. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Yeah. You're going to be down here where the men at. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines. That's your gatherings, your vintage, and the gatherings. Ain't gonna be no more government assistance. I don't get government assistance. I work. Your vintage gonna fail, you slow belly Evite. It's gonna be gone. And you're gonna have nothing. This is a part of your arrogance. Talking against the men of the Lord. And you will be visited. Don't worry. It's gonna happen. To 2/3 women. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. And what it said in Isaiah 9, the briars and thorns shall kindle in the thickets of the forest. You're going to be fuel for the fire. I read it yesterday. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, which is demon 2/3 niggas. Yea, upon all the houses of joy Where you living at right now? In Murph, in the joyous city. Everybody living in Murph, not paying attention to what's coming. Let's get this. And Michael, you gotta pay every idle word. If you think you saying something slick and smooth, the Lord is gonna get you, man. Men and women. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. And shame shall cover her. That's Isaiah 3:16-25. Then it says, shame shall cover her, which said to me, where is the Lord Yahweh thy God? The Lord ain't dealing with you. Hey, why are we living like this? If the Lord dealing with you, you're a man of the Lord. Why are we living like this? Why we ain't got the best of the men of the Lord gonna kill you, arrogant, proud speaking women, man. Men too. Where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, and now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And I did plenty lessons of women getting trodden down right now. Let's get this. As I mentioned 1 Timothy, right? This is what's going to happen to 2/3 of our women. And what did the Lord say? Don't worry about how the wicked shall be destroyed, man. This is 1 Timothy 5:6. We just giving you warning. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And the Lord have reactivated our women to know, to understand, to accept through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, not to be living in pleasure. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And these things give in charge that they may be blameless. Now, a couple points I want to pull out of here. This is verse 12. Having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. What you saw, I hate a man that know his worth. She done cast off her first faith. She never had it. Remember what they said about Barabbas? They said, give us Barabbas, right? Crucify Yahweh. Let his blood be on us and our children. I got a lesson coming right after this too, Lord willing. It's so many people dying. Guess who they are? These ones that's dying grievous deaths. Guess who they are? I'm talking about Israelites. They are from those of their parents that said, crucify him and let his blood be on us and our children. These are those that's dying grievous deaths daily, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. And like I tell you in Revelations 2, verse 4 and 5, the men of the Lord, we have a first love, which is his truth. You women have a first faith, which is your men. Because the Lord deal with the men and the men deal with the women. It say, for some are already turned aside after Satan. Okay? Some already, they already there, man. Ain't no coming back, man. Let me get this. Closing precept. This is as it said the same thing in Isaiah 3:25 and 26 about the Lord gonna take away your men. The ones that you so-called, oh, they got a standard. I hate a man that know his worth. Them niggas gonna die. Them niggas gonna die grievous death. Them ain't men of the Lord. Here it is. They still talk about men in the world that got a standard. Because the Lord did it. The Lord is turning things right side up. So even 2/3 niggas in the world got a standard, man. But we talk about, the Lord is talking about them that's doing his will. Let me, Salakia. 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. It reads, the virgins shall mourn having no helpers. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. Salakia. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. I'm going to show you this is the same precept in Isaiah 3. Let's go back to it. Let me show you. This is what's coming to 2/3 women, man. Isaiah 3 and 16. 3 and 25. Let me show you. But I'm reading in 2nd Ezra 16, the same thing it say right here in Isaiah 3. Precept upon precept. 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. It reads, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars, in the what, Lord? In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. This is talking about 2/3 women that trusted in their 2/3 men that know their worth. Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. See? Same thing. So what the Lord is doing, I must be allowed to read this. I'm right here. In Isaiah 3, what did the Lord say in verse 1? Let's read it. For behold, look, God will remove the leaders, your so-called leaders, your LeBron Jameses and your Kevin Durant's and James Hardens and Creflo Dollar and TD Jakes, your Pastor Bryant's, your Nates, your Johannas, your Recall from GOCCs, your Naquans from WFI. God will remove the leaders. For behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts do take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the state and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water, the mighty men and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50 and the honorable man, allegedly, and the counselor, allegedly, and the cunning artificer, allegedly, and the eloquent orator, allegedly, will be destroyed. He's taking them away. They lying to you anyway. They ain't giving you sound doctrine. They out there teaching and they don't agree with what thus saith the scripture say. They ain't men of the Lord, man. There's a lot of guys, it'll tell you in 1 Corinthians, let me read it. Let me read it. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, what did the Lord say? There's a lot of guys teaching, and they sound good, but they got a problem with what the apostles say. And the apostles is only telling you according to everything that's written in the Bible. 1 Corinthians 4 and 15. For though you have 10,000 instructors in Hamashiach Yahushua, there's a lot of guys teaching a lot. And they appear to be teaching good doctrine. But they got a problem with what the apostles said. 1 Corinthians 4 and 15. For though you have 10,000 instructors in Hamashiach, yet have ye not many fathers. In Hamashiach Yahushua, I have begotten you through the gospel. There's a lot of teachers, 10,000 plus out there, that say they Hebrew Israelites, that's teaching you the Lord, but they calling on Yah, Yahshua, Ahiah, Yeshaya, all type of names. But you have 4 spiritual fathers. It say, yet have ye not many fathers. So, as I read 2 Timothy 3, for such creep into house and lead away captive silly women, and because of this, the Lord is going to kill you. And let me show it to you. Let me close with this. Ecclesiastes. Let's close with this. Ecclesiastes 5. 5 and 9. You will not escape. And to tell you that in Wisdom of Solomon 1, starting at verse 6, read down to 9. And I might have to just read it. Ecclesiastes, was it hold on here. Five and 6. Is it 5 and 6? No. Hold on, bear with me. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 5 and 6. It reads, Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore God should be angry. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thy hands? So then you got this one here in Ecclesiastes 10. Let's get this one. It's Ecclesiastes 10 and 20. It reads, Curse not the king. And what did old girl do last week when I did that lesson? The chick just being me said, God didn't set up men to tell women what to do. You cursing the king, you slow belly. Curse not the king. Is to tell you in Isaiah 45 and 9, strive not with thy maker. Whoa, it's like he said, woe to him that strive against his maker, man. You going against the words of the Lord. The Lord set up men. There wasn't no women in the apostles. There wasn't no women. There isn't any women in 144,000. Curse not the king. Who is a king? A man. But it's the Lord. Curse not the king, because the Lord gave Yahweh all authority. Know not in thy thoughts, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. Who are the rich? The remnant men of Israel, first and foremost. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which have wings shall tell the matter. As a matter of fact, I gotta get this. This lesson is about these women that's talking trash against the Lord, man. This is the Lord we talking about. And I'm gonna close with this. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 6. It reads, For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For God is witness of his reins, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue. For the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah filleth the world, and that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither she, neither shall vengeance when it punisheth pass by him. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. Fear the ear, it said, for the ear of jealousy heareth all things. What is the ear of jealousy? Let's read it real quick. Exodus 34 and 14. It reads, Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other God, for Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. So back in Wisdom of Solomon 1, in verse 10, for the ear of jealousy heareth all things, and the noise of murmurings is not hid. Therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting, for there is no word so secret that shall not go for naught, and the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul. So, the pride of these women's heart, they got it from Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekad Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready and accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the I can pushing this truth and believing this truth to the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the whole elect. Shalom to the walk who are listening, learning. If you sisters who are listening, learning. Thank for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Until next time, I say Shalom. Wa Ubah. I'm gonna close this brother precept. This is from Fear Yahweh, Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. The Lord gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. Till next time, I say Shalom. Wa Ubah.